Okay, well, the first video I did was a dud. So we're going to start with this one. I'm going to start over and hopefully go through this again and do it a little bit better this time. So I'm making this video to go through the instructions that I gave you for how to use the church's financial spreadsheet. So when you open it up, and again, I know you've had some trouble with it through Mary's thing or the Microsoft, but hopefully that'll be fixed here before long, and this should be fine. So you're going to start. This is step one. Start with the check records month 2020. There's a tab down at the bottom. So when I say check records month, I mean like October, November, whatever month it is. Click on that. And this is what you will see. I'm going to delete some of these things because now I thought I had this all ready to go and I kind of messed it up. But anyways, I just put JB and Barb's name in there. It's just going to make it easy for right now. I'm going to put two people's name in there so you know. I'm just going to put my name in there. Sorry, I'm working with one hand here. All right. So this is going to go through exactly how to do this. It's going to make it easy on you, I think. So I will comprise a list. This is what I plan on doing tonight, which is Wednesday, the 23rd. I will get a list of all the people that you usually keep tithing records for, either by check or if they put it in an envelope. And I will have all that listed. And I will put all the names of the people in there so you already have that and you don't need to input anybody's name. So, this is step 3. Enter the check number in the check number column, which is right here. So, let's say for instance it was 4560 check number or whatever, however you track that, put it in there. Pretty simple. If someone just gave you money in an envelope with their name, you will leave the check number column blank. And I've got that highlighted here. So, for instance, if I just, put $100 in a tithing envelope, but it wasn't a check, but I want you to track it, you just leave it blank. You don't need to put anything in there. And it'll still track how much I gave. Okay, so enter the amount they gave in the amount column. So let's say JB and Barb gave $200, okay, in their check amount. It automatically puts it into currency for you, so you already have that. And let's say I gave 100. Now, it's still tracking my tithing records, but it's not a check number that I gave, but it's still tracking it for tracking purposes if people want that, whatever. Now, at the bottom of each, quote, week of ... and by that I mean week of, you have 10/4/2020. At the bottom of that, there will be a running total kept of the total giving for week in regard to people who wrote checks or wrote an amount that they gave. So this is actually separate from the actual tithes given in a week, since some people do not put their tithes in envelopes and there's no way to track who gave that money. This is just specifically for tracking for people who gave checks or money in an envelope that they want for tax purposes at the end of the year. So what I'm saying by this running total, so we see 200 and 100 here, so we know that's 300. If you scroll down to the bottom of this, right there's your total. And it'll always tell you your total for what was given rather through checks or money in envelopes. So that's how you track that. So now we're on to step 6. And we already pretty much done with this page. Now, again, you'll do this for week to week. I'll make sure we have it up through September of 2021. I've only got it through December right now, but I'll make sure I get that all up to date. Again, it'll be simple piece of cake. And if all I have to do, I can always update it myself as we go from month to month. It's not that hard to do, and it'll keep things easier and less congested for you also. So step 6. Next, you're going to go to the tithes for Sundays and Wednesdays tab down at the bottom. So that it will be this one right here, tithes for Sundays and Wednesdays. And this was from the first go around. I'll delete these numbers out. I should have already done this, but I didn't. Just to show you how this works. And again, you'll understand it. It's pretty simple. So each Sunday date is listed. That's all right here. So all the Sundays that we have from now until, like I said, September, I think, of 21. You're going to calculate your total income for the morning service. This is including checks, money in envelopes, and loose money. So this is it's not necessarily tracking just the loose money, but this is your total giving for a Sunday or for a week, whatever you want to classify it as. But specifically Sunday. So if you get checks on Monday or whatever, I would just add that in on your Sunday. Don't wait until Wednesday to put that in. Just put it for your Sunday morning totals. Because typically that's what people meant it for, was Sunday morning, but it came on Monday naturally. So You're going to input that total amount in the column that says Sunday AM ties. So that's right here. So let's say on the 4th, October 4th, you got $3,800. Okay, so that right in there. And again, you just type in 3,800 and it'll automatically put that in there. Now, for instance, if it was 38, 54, 31, just type it in exactly like that and it'll put it exactly like you need to. It'll give you the money total and everything like that, the currency. You're going to continue to do this for PM ties. So let's say Sunday night you had $123.45. There it goes. It'll add that up for you. And you're going to do the same thing. Continue this over for the Wednesday ties. So when it comes to Wednesday, say you got $78.65. There you go. It's just typing it in like that. It's not hard. Any column that is in the orange color, which is this right here, or this right here, do not input numbers. This is Excel. Will do all the totaling for you. So you don't need to add anything in here. You don't need to add this up for the week. It will automatically do it. So do not touch these. That'll make life chaotic. Each month's total giving will continue to add for you. So that is over here in October. So it adds up the total for the week in this right column. And then in the monthly totals, you'll have it over here. So I'm just going to show you if you watch the totals while I add some stuff in. So let's say the next week you got 3,400. And you'll see over here that added up to 7,456.40. Again, it's adding everything up for you. And on Sunday night, you got $250. Woo, big spending. So now you're up to 77.06. So again, it's making running totals, and it's just going to continue for the month. And each month is broke down here, so it will not continuously add for the month. It'll stop adding, and then November will take over. So if you see what I'm saying, I'm just going to go to November here on the first Wednesday in November, and I'm going to type 500. So you see that didn't change the October total, but it changed the November total. So again, it'll add everything up for you. Now, if you want to have a total for just a certain month, say for instance you want to know October of 2020, how much did we have? Okay, I'm going to show you exactly how to do that. This is step 9. We are going on to the back page of the first page that I've given you. Here's how you do it. So there's going to be a little down arrow in the Sundays. You're going to click on that. That will bring a screen up just like this. Then you're going to want to click where there's a blue check mark where it says select all. This will unselect everything. Now everything will still show up on the screen, but everything is not selected now. Okay, so there's going to be little side arrows, which are these right here. Click on the year you want. So let's say we want 2020. That brings up the months, okay? And if you want a certain month, just click inside the box next to that month, and the spreadsheet will just bring that month up. So we want October of 2020. That's it. There it goes. Brings it up. So that'll show you exactly what you need there. So if you want to get back out of the month and to view other months or to view all months, so if, for instance, if you want to view November with October, just click in the box. If you don't want to view any of those, click out of 2020 and you want to do 2021, click on the little side arrow, then you can click on any of these, bring up March. There you go. Simple as that. So if you want to just go back to select all, and that brings up back everything. I would do it on a month-to-month basis. It'll make it a lot easier so everything doesn't look as jumbled and confusing. It'll make tracking a lot easier for you. And again, I basically already told you, once you get over here to this monthly, it'll continue to add this monthly total up. This is your total giving. You're going to need this number right here or whatever month it is. But where it says October 20, November 20, December 20, you will need that number for the next page. Okay, so I'm going to click out of this. I'm just going to leave these numbers in here so you can kind of understand what I'm saying. So the next thing you'll need to do is go down to Weekly Summary and Monthly Payout tab, which is right here. Okay, this looks confusing, but it's not. This is where all your payouts will be inputted. I kind of updated some things. The mortgage, I know you said it was around $5,000 instead of $5,400 now. Jack's pay, we're just going to assume $2,500 a month. We're going to be voting on that and decide that. Earl's pay is going to go down a decent amount, so figure out that. But everything else, this is your bills, anything like that. This is where all these numbers are going to be inputted for all the bills. And if you think of anything else that needs to be added in there, whatever that may be, let me know. I can add a tab. That's not a problem. I went through here with what you gave me so far. Again, if something's different, let me know. We can always add a tab. That's not a problem. Okay, so we went to the tab. That was step 10. We're going on to 11. This is where all your payouts will be inputted for future reference. Again, I've already inputted most of them, so you'll just need to update the totals, whatever their actual total is. Step 12, columns that are gray, which would be this right in here, all this down through here, or green. And if you go over here, that's all of this. Hold on just a second here. Not sure why that was coming up like that. Okay. Here we go. Any that are gray or green, so here's the other column that's green. Now when I say green, it also means red too. Again, anything red, green, anything that's in a color basically. I mean, not this blue because that's just part of the Excel. But anything besides the blue or white color, do not touch. Any of these, basically this difference per month tab you'll never need to get into. This quarterly difference tab you'll never need to get into. Yearly difference tab you'll never need to get into. Monthly payout you'll never need to get into. And I guess I can write those down, which ones you'll never have to click into, but I can worry about that later. These values will automatically be updated. So when you're putting in all your payout amounts, so I'm just going to show you. For instance, say your credit card bill was $78. Okay, that updates this right here. It changed it. So if you watch this specifically, I'm going to change 78. See, if I put in 65, it adds it up right there. So it will add up whatever. This is your monthly payout. Okay, I'm going to go on to the last page of this. So at the end of the month, after all Sundays and Wednesdays are complete, go back to the ties for Sundays and Wednesdays tab, which is this one down here. Scroll over to your monthly income. Now, it says to copy the number in the totals column for the month you need. So this is the totals column. You can't actually copy and paste it for whatever reason. So what you're going to have to do is just write this number down on a piece of paper, jot it down quick. Whatever you need to do, make sure it's exactly correct. So take that number. I need to make that simple because I don't want to do this as a pain in the butt thing. So 3,000, this is 100. This is 200. I want to make this super easy on me. This is 100. Okay. So you're going to take that monthly income total, so 6,800. Go back to your weekly summary and monthly payout. Where it says monthly income, that's where you're going to type in 6,800. Okay. Now, if you watch this difference per month and yearly difference, it'll go ahead and do that for you. So watch. Okay, so there it changed that to 5340, and there's your yearly difference. Again, I'm just throwing numbers in there. We're not that far in the red. We're not in the red, but that just shows you how to do that. Again, anything, this is step 15 now, anything in the cell box that is colored in red or green, do not touch. These are cells that add up themselves. Now, if you want to do that month-to-month finances thing, this is step 16. It's repeating what we already did before. So if you want to do a month-to-month, scroll all the way over. You don't really have to scroll, but where it says week of, you're going to click on that down arrow. Again, it brings up your years. Unselect where it says select all, so just click in that box and that eliminates everything. And if you just want a certain month, click on 2020 and just say you want October. Let's say you want the last quarter. So click on October, click on November, and click on December. And that will bring up all your totals for that month, for those months. Everything that there's a difference of, it'll show you your yearly difference. So again, for business meetings, you can just do all that. It's a quarter. Go up to your file page, which is right up there. You'll just click print. Do all that good hoop-de-doo. You can print it in black and white, whatever you want to do. It doesn't have to be. But just so everybody knows how it works. Again, steps 16 through 17 is a repeat of everything that we've done. I'm just going to go back and reselect everything so it brings up the regular screen. But again, that should be all that you need. I've went through all of this. Again, I'll give you this checklist of how to go through everything, but this video is just to go along with it, so hopefully it explains it better. And if there's any questions, again, you know you can always shoot me a message.